How about now? Can you guys hear me now? I think I fixed the issue. I think I fixed the issue. I'm hoping I fixed the. This is awesome. Hey, you learn on the fly, man. Anyway, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend that everyone can hear me, and I'm just gonna do my thing. So hey guys, welcome to take two of episode 5 of Pop Culture Warrior. I'm your host and your pop culture coach, CQ. And with me, as always, is the Alfred to my Batman, the voice of the unpop cultured, the incredibly patient Mr. Radar. How are you today?
What's up, buddy? Hey, it's coming through. We're leaving Charlie, at least on Facebook. At least on the radio page.
Yes. Gotta love technology. Gotta love technology. Yeah.
Thanks, Tina Ramos, for hooking us up.
And if the boss is out there, Shoutcast ain't working. Just a heads up. It's I've restarted it 3 times and it is not recording. But we are gonna go with it anyway. Because you know what? There's an audience here. They want to hear. They're here to watch the show and they want to see the pop culture stuff. So we are here. We are ready. Give a big shout out to everybody out there. Steve, Common Boss, Ari, Christopher, Tina, all you guys out there watching at home. We appreciate you. Thank you for letting me know that the sound wasn't working. Totally my fault. Screwing around with my board as I usually do before the show, and the USB cable fell out the back. I mean, of all things, if you guys go to my Facebook page, I've been putting bets on what was going to go wrong. So the Pop Culture Warrior Facebook page, for the person, if anybody had USB cable falls out the back and we get no sound, you win. You win. I'm gonna give out prizes for people that are gonna start guessing what malfunction we're gonna have on the show. So yeah, this week is USB cable falls out the back of the soundboard. So. Anywho, how you doing, bud? How's everything? You there with me? Did I lose you now?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. No, I'm here. I'm here. Just
responding, right? Okay. Well, I'll first say that this is a happy Super Mario Day. Did you know that it was Super Mario Day?
Oh yeah, March 10th, baby. I knew that.
March 10th. That's correct. You know, a lot of people don't realize this. I'll pop this up on the board. Boop. See, March 10th, when abbreviated, Mar 10, looks like Mario. So have yourself a Super Mario, March 10th. Everybody, happy March 10th. Happy Super Mario Day to you all. This is great. I'm excited to be back on the air, man. I love doing this. I get so excited when we get to do these shows, and I love talking to you about pop culture stuff. I love educating you on the pop culture going-ons. For those that may have noticed, I'm rocking the prototype, the new CQ hat here. I'm rocking. It's pretty nice, right? It's just a prototype. It's just we're in test phase, and I want to do some more stuff to it to really to dress it up. But I'm really happy with how the logo came out. As you can see, it's everywhere on my banner here. But yeah, anything going on with you? Anything you want to share with the folks or?
I can't top last week. Last week I got married, man. This week's like.
I know, right? That's what we're like. I was like, okay, so have you gotten divorced yet? No, you're still good.
No,
okay, cool.
No, dude, not a private. Jeez.
Oh man.
No, everything's going good, man. It's just been a quiet weekend. We had a soccer tournament. We hung out. Stuck in Steve Harvey. What's up, buddy? But we just kind of hooked up. You know, we went to the local big town and stayed in a hotel and played soccer. I watched soccer because I'm old, but kids played, had fun, whatever.
I watch soccer because I'm old. Is that a thing that old people do now? I wasn't aware.
Well, when you have kids who play, I'm too old to play.
Gotcha.
And I got too many there's no main page post.
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh well.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. I was going to, if a boss, Facebook wasn't deciding to work with me today, so we're just gonna fly with it. See what happens. I don't know. Screw it, right? We'll get it right next week. Next week's our week. We're gonna get it right. Anyway,
I mean, here's the thing that if you keep messing up, right? you can only get better.
That's
You know,
that's what I keep saying.
it's like, remember when you show up to boot camp and like don't do too good when you first get there
That's
because then
right.
they're gonna expect you to not to fuck up, right?
that
It's the
that
same thing.
that is absolutely it. Yeah.
We gotta have our fuck ups. We gotta have our little teething problems and whatnot,
Right.
and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, no, exactly. I definitely um am in the vein right now of like every time I learn like this USB cable, now I know double check that the USB cable is on in the back. You know, every time I've messed up, I'm like, all right, this button needs to stay down. This slider here needs to stay up. And so I'm learning. I mean, probably somewhere episode 20, episode 30, 50, somewhere around there. I'm gonna nail it. But anyway.
I mean, here's the other thing too. Like, okay, I was in the Marine Corps, right? And I was aviation in the Marine Corps, so I learned a lot about fucking checklists. So anyone who's out there that's been aviation, you know all about the fucking checklist. And you just gotta make yourself a little like checklist, even like a little mental checklist. Be like, all right, did I do this? Did I do this? And it's part of the learning curve. Hey, do I check my USB cable? Did my fucking kids spill a pop on some shit or whatever? I guess you don't have 1,000 kids like I do, but.
Yeah, I got the one, and he's enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, like this is my computer room, right? I got like there's some shit in here, and one of my rules is there's no food or drinks in this room. It's not very big. It's my space, right? I got all my shit in here, my computers and shit, and then I'm sitting here drinking a beer right now. What's up?
There you go. Yeah.
But I can do that because it's mine.
Ari's out there saying PMCS your mic and PC. Yes. That is 100% me. Yeah.
Circle X that bitch. You'll be all right.
Oh man, good times.
That's right, Tina. Don't put lessons learned into an AAR. They're lost forever. That's 100%.
Very well done. All right, so you know what? You guys, obviously, we got there it is. Social media. Follow us, follow me, follow, like, and subscribe, poke, and prod, and what have yous on there.
Swipe right, bitches. What's up?
Swipe right on us. You know, whatever however you poke, prod, or swipe, you just do that on us. But yeah, you guys are here not to talk about me and not to talk about Radar. You guys want to hear what's going on in the world of pop culture. So I'm gonna give it to you. So where do we start off? This week, let's start. Hey, gaming news. So I'm actually really super psyched about this first story. Those that know me, I'm a big football fan. I'm a big Madden fan. And back in the day, we had a bunch of 2K products, and they were lost forever when Madden series got the exclusive rights to do video games for football, and so now no company can make football games. Well, the beloved NFL 2K series that ran from 1999 to 2004 is finally back in action. After the league and 2K made a huge announcement on Tuesday that they're going to join forces to revive the old franchise. Under this multi-year deal, 2K Sports and the NFL will collaborate on multiple future video game releases. Now, the renewed partnership will not yield a direct competitor to the EA's Madden franchise. So what does that all kind of mean is that they're going to make football games, but nothing in the vein of like a Madden. I'm not quite sure how that shakes out. I mean, how do you make a football game but not make it like Madden? So there's going to be like no franchise mode, or like, is it just going to be a head-to-head kind of game, or back when we had like NFL Blitz or something like that?
That's what I was just thinking. NFL Blitz or like NBA Jam.
Yeah, exactly.
He's on fire.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly. So the president of 2K says, we're thrilled to be back in business with the NFL in a partnership that's going to span multiple video games centered on fun, approachable, and social experiences. It's exciting to bring together 2K's expertise in creating award-winning sports games and the NFL's renowned status as a world-class entertainment and sports organization. And Joe Rigario, the senior VP of consumer products at the NFL, says expanding the NFL's presence in the world of gaming has become a focus for the league as we look to grow the next generation of our fan base, and reviving our partnership with 2K was a natural step in that effort. 2K is a worldwide leader in sports video games with a proven track record of creating best-in-class and award-winning games, and we look forward to sharing more about the projects we are working on with them in the future. So, updates are going to be coming out. This was just announced, so it might be a couple months. I'm sure they haven't even started working on anything really, so it could be a year or two before we see we bask in the glory of what is coming. But I still think it's great news, and I'm very excited. Um, it's it's all good news, and I'm very excited for that. Um, what about you? You any sports video games?
A little bit. I don't know. Used to be a big into them, and they just kind of got to the same. Or like the same every year. Kind of went through, especially like I don't know, like late 2000s, or 2008, 2009, 2010, where it was
Mm-hmm.
like the same shit. It's like, oh, there's different players, and we got to the point where we would actually like create players in like you can when you create a player you can make their stats and shit, or you used to be able to anyway. And we'd make them as close to like the real person as we could, and just add them to our teams.
Right.
Keep them dropping $50 on a new,
That's true.
NHL 09 or whatever.
Yeah. So what were your go-to sports games? Was the NHL franchise?
And I liked NHL and I like Madden. Both they're both fun.
Yeah.
Not big in like NBA Jam was my jam
I
back
mean
in the day.
that's
Love that shit. Give me some P Funk. I played some George Clinton. Fuck yeah. But I mean, it's hard to call that like an actual sports game. Let's
right.
be
It's
honest.
more arcade.
But
It's
it's
an
fun
arcade
as
game.
fuck.
It's an arcade game.
Hmm.
It was really for fun. So all right. Well, yeah. No, I've a Madden player and I've dabbled in the NBA and the NHL and a couple of different ones, some golf simulators, but yeah, the heart is in
You,
Madden.
the fun one actually was really fun. I don't know if it's the fun one. Was the FIFA ones?
Yeah, yeah.
They
Actually,
actually their gameplay on them is really slick. They're actually good.
yeah. No, I actually agree. I can't watch soccer, but the actual playing the video game could be quite fun and challenging. So yeah, no, I'd agree with that. The FIFA series is up there as far as some gaming, and EA, makes a good game. So what is next? So gaming. We're talking gaming. Oh, here's this
Probably game.
is this is a big one. This is a big one. So Call of Duty. Everybody knows currently right now Call of Duty Modern Warfare is kind of the big dog on the block as far as military shooters, and they introduced a battle royale with Call of Duty. A Blackout was out for a while, and literally, this is the crazy part to me is within 24 hours, Call of Duty announces it's releasing a brand new battle royale mode that's free to play, regardless of if you have the Call of Duty series or games or not, or Call of Duty Modern Warfare or not. It'll be free to play, and within 24 hours they release it, which was kind of crazy because in today's day and age where companies want 6 months and a year rollout plans and advertising, they were just like, nope, we're going live tomorrow. So that's today. So Super Mario Day, Super March 10th, they released Call of Duty Warzone, and it's available. It's on PlayStation, it's on Xbox, it's on PC. It's free as of today. Warzone will officially include two modes. So you have your typical 150 player battle royale mode set in one large map. Then you'll also have another mode called Plunder. So in Warzone, the battle royale, you have 150 players will drop onto the map where they can loot weapons, gear, and fight to the last man standing. The developers have added some new features unique to Warzone's battle royale, like cash, which can be collected in exchange for equipment, field upgrades, kill streaks, and revive tokens. There's also an element called contracts, which are optional mini missions that squads can take on to earn rare loot, cash, XP, and weapon XP. Warzone Battle Royale also features multiple ways for players who are eliminated to return to the fight. So once a player, traditionally in Battle Royale games, once you're out, you're out. But here, once eliminated, players will be transported to the Gulag, where they can fight other eliminated players for a chance to revive in a 1v1 winner takes all gunfight. So this is alongside the various cash items that can revive players if necessary. So wow, there's a lot. There's a lot there. The second mode in Call of Duty Warzone is called Plunder, a new large scale mode where teams race to collect as much cash as possible. They can do this by raiding supply boxes, eliminating opponents, completing contracts, or controlling cash deposit locations. Unlike Battle Royale, Plunder will have unlimited respawns with your loadouts, your kill streaks, and more. So what makes this pretty insane is that Call of Duty Warzone will support crossplay between consoles and PC, and it will allow players to maintain a unified progression across Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So all Battle Pass rewards and purchase items will carry over into Warzone from Modern Warfare, and the other way around. And again, this is free to play, so you don't need to own a copy of the full Modern Warfare game. I will warn you though, because I did a little digging. It has a massive download size. So if you are playing Modern Warfare and you're up to date and you've been doing the updates and you're good to go, you're still looking at about 18 to 22 gig install. But if you don't have Modern Warfare installed on your system, it's somewhere between 80 and 110 gigabytes to download this free-to-play game, because you're basically installing the whole game, and then it's just most of it will be locked, and you'll be able to play the free Warzone. So, are you big like a PUBG Battle Royale guy?
That's my jam, dude.
That's your jam. Is PUBG the go-to?
For me, yeah. The kids is Fortnite.
Yeah.
They love that a little more, and mainly because they like to build walls and they just whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I like PUBG better. This actually is, I'm kind of curious as both these, because I like Call of Duty. I haven't played in a minute, just because I kind of keep being disappointed by it. But maybe if you can, I don't know, combine the two? Because usually, Call of Duty uses a little bit better weapons. PUBG weapons are kind of right. And their graphics are kind of lacking, honestly. I mean, when you look at, Call of Duty generally has better graphics than PUBG does, so it might be kind of fun to play.
Yeah. So,
fun to watch, maybe a little bit smoother gameplay.
What I put up on the screen here is this is the official map as released by Modern Warfare. What's it? Warzone. I already forgot the name. So this was the map that was just released. They've got a bunch of different terrain and massive map, and I agree with you. I find that most of the time, people that are a little more tactical, a little bit more military, like a PUBG, it's a little more simplified. It's a little more realistic. And then if you go to the younger gamers, they're more interested in your Fortnite, right? They're the colorful, bouncy, jumpy build and destroy, and then when you get that middle ground where they're teenagers, young adults, want that really good graphics, but they don't want the silliness of Fortnite. That's when you go to like Apex Legends, you go to the Modern Warfare. So it's it's definitely it's Modern Warfare Blackout. Modern Warfare Warzone is looking looking interesting. We'll see how that shapes up. I'm eager to kind of read the reports about that and definitely see if it lives up to the hype, which again, very little hype because nobody knew about this a few days ago. They literally
I actually got an email about it today. I just got like this random email from Xbox, and I was like, wait, what is this? I don't even. What is Xbox emailing me? Great, the wife's gonna see this and be like, oh yeah, right.
I've got nothing to talk to you.
Sure, it's Xbox emailing you. Yeah, sure.
It's official. It's official. That's official. So yeah, no, it's very exciting. I'm most surprised about the cross-platform play and how thinking that consoles and PCs are going to be versing each other's in the same match. It's been the dream for gamers for years, and for them to be trying to bring that to life is pretty cool. So I'm excited to see where that kind of takes
I don't know how it's going to work with this game. It shouldn't be too difficult per se, but what's the name of that game? World of Tanks does it a little bit. I don't know if they cross play with PC, but there's one. It's like that, and it's like a Battlefield kind of, but it's what's the fucking thing called? I just
there have
had it,
been games
and
like
it.
so Xbox has been pushing towards crossing with PC, but the idea of crossing like Xbox and PlayStation has been rumored for years and tried for years, but it's never really kind of gelled. It's too much, because it's heavy on the developer side, right? Because they have to host these multiple consoles in one kind of server. So um, that's it's a big undertaking for them.
Ari wants to know: is it possible to have Infinity War and then sign a ceasefire in game? Probably, probably. No, but I
Yes,
know
I like
Fortnite
that.
does that. I know Fortnite is cross platform between Xbox and
Yeah,
PlayStation.
yeah.
I
They've
could
been
watch
pushing
my
it.
kids. One has a PlayStation, one has an Xbox. They sit there next to each other playing in the same match. Um, God,
So
I'm
I
gonna
see
remember the
Tina.
name of that fucking game like we go on break or
Yeah, no.
something. But
Tina says,
it,
"What's better, Xbox or PlayStation?" Um, I'm an X. Like I like both, but I lean towards Xbox. It's just something to do with its the online is better. PlayStation obviously has a more powerful system. It has better graphics. It's gorgeous. The games, the exclusives for PlayStation are top notch. But if it's a game that can be played on either system, I always lean towards Xbox. I like the controller better. I like the online play better. A lot of my friends are on there, and I want to be social when I game. So that's why I tend to go with Xbox. Are you're an Xbox guy, right, Radar?
I'm an Xbox guy,
Yeah,
yeah. And I looking at the stats are really not that much better.
yeah,
PlayStation. I mean, they're marginally
yeah.
especially when you start talking like PC levels. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Well, nothing's gonna
But
compare. I mean, you can change your PC your specs like
mm,
hourly.
mm,
So, yeah, nothing mass produced is gonna live up to
no,
that. But
no. But I mean, for the two, I hate PlayStation controllers. I always have. Even when they were back in the PlayStation 2 days, I wasn't a fair fan of them.
mhm,
But I just I they're the difference is so negligible. It's kind of down to personal preference anymore.
right.
Honestly,
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. Um, okay, what else? Oh, so last bit of gaming news. Um, Not as big of a title, and somebody brought it up on the Facebook page for the Pop Culture Warrior Facebook page. So I'm going to mention it. And today released for those that play or know of the game Dead by Daylight. Today was the big mid-chapter release where they released a new killer and new survivor. It was called the Chains of Hate mid-chapter or chapter release, something like that. So Dead by Daylight is a asymmetrical horror game. One killer, four survivors. Killer obviously trying to kill and sacrifice the survivors, and survivors trying to avoid the killer, repair generators, and escape this limbo. And great game. If you guys don't know about Dead by Daylight, check out some gameplay footage. It's one of the few games that I will sit there and watch other people play. Now I'm a gamer. I know like watching people play games is big business now. Like watching streamers play. I don't. I don't watch, the Ninja and all this and all that and other guys. I'm just not that into watching other people play. I want to play. I'm a gamer. Um, Dead by Daylight's one of the few games where I love to play, and I can get just as much enjoyment out of watching others play because it's just so much fun to watch. So I do recommend if anybody wants to watch some interesting games. Never understood. So Ari says, never understand how people can play those games. Yeah. I struggled with it at first, but it's actually a really fun, thrilling game, and lots of fun. So yeah, so they released a new killer because they have all original characters, but they've also licensed a few in the past. So like they have Mike Myers is in there, Freddy Krueger's in there. Who else? The pig from the Saw franchise is in there. So they do have a few licensed characters, but this was another brand new creation. It was a cowboy killer, so he's using like this homemade gun that shoots out a hook, and very much like the old Scorpion. Get over here! He shoots this gun that grabs the victim, and he can reel them in. So it's actually a lot of fun. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, Ari, you shouldn't want to see people get murdered in real life, but in the video game, it's quite fun. I'll team up with a lot of my friends, and we'll play as a survivor, and it's a very coordinated, tactical way for us to have fun. If the person try to get its attention and scramble around, and and do the thing and teamwork and block for each other and revive each other and so yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. It's a very fun game. So yeah, so that is gaming news. Da, 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 da. We have to have like theme music for every segment. Gaming news. Boop, 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 boop. Um, I'm just kicking here. So what else? We have what else do I have? Oh, I got some good stuff. You guys are gonna like this. Let's talk TV news. TV news. You like TV, right, Radar? Who doesn't
Oh
like
yeah, I
TV?
watched the shit out of it.
Oh, Tina. Hey, Tina. Um, it says dating myself, but I love the Silent Hill games. No. Oh, you're dating yourself. I got you. Not dating yourself. You're dating yourself. Yeah, no, Silent Hill games were great. And I think last week we talked about it that there's two new Silent Hill games that are being created. One is a soft reboot of the franchise for like next gen consoles, and then they're gonna do one that is like an episodic story. So very much like Telltale did with The Walking Dead and Batman and Back to the Future and all those games, where you're controlling the character and you have to press the right buttons to match the right like what you want them to say, and it'll change how the story is told. So yeah, it's yeah. Hey, but yeah. So the yeah, the Silent Hill games are great, and I got the boss trying to text me or trying to message me. I can't help if I'm assuming. Yeah. I'm working it. I restarted. The Winamp, and we are connected and recording. So the recording of this show is going to be very interesting because it's going to start about a quarter of the way in. But yeah, we'll work that when we get there. So sorry, TV news. Let's stay on track, CQ. Stay on track. TV news. So this is cool, and the reason I kind of wanted to talk about this one is that the Last of Us is a video game, and not as badass as Doom. So the Last of Us is
But
a video game, and it's kind of why I segued it for this one is because it's a beloved video game. Again, it was one of those PlayStation exclusives that was gorgeously done. The storytelling was bar none. Some of the best storytelling in video games for a kind of post-apocalyptic. It's not really zombies, but they're kind of like zombies. They're more like a fungus kind of a creature, but they're basically zombies. They bit you, you turned into one of them. Zombies. The Last of Us was a great game on PlayStation. They're coming out with a sequel soon. I think it comes out in May. But the big news is that over at HBO, a TV series based on the Last of Us franchise is in the works. So there will be an HBO series based on the Last of Us video game. This series will feature Craig Mazin, the creator of Chernobyl, the Chernobyl series, which is the creator of the game, and he'll be the writer and executive producer working on the show. Also, you got Neil Druckmann, who was the writer and creative director for The Last of Us, and he's also working on the next game. So he's going to be kind of doing double duty, working on the next game and working on the series. And he'll be serving as a writer and executive producer alongside Mazin. Joining Mazin and Druckmann are Carol Strauss and Evan Wills, who will both serve as executive producers on the project. The Last of Us series is being co-produced with Sony Pictures Television and will be the first TV series coming from PlayStation Productions. So now PlayStation's getting into the TV market, which makes sense. It's their property. They're going to want that cash. For those that are familiar with the original game, you'll see the events of The Last of Us play out in the TV series. The series will cover the events of the original game, and there's a chance that it'll include, if it gets picked up for syndication and whatnot, it'll, kind of go into part 2 of the game and beyond. The part 2 of the game is actually scheduled for release on May 29th. Now, Mazin, he knows The Last of Us. He's played The Last of Us. So a lot of people that have been excited about this franchise possibly being adapted into For a long time, it was rumored to be a movie. They were going to make a movie about it, which kind of makes sense in a shorter form story versus a, drawn out TV series kind of way. But the idea is that they decided to go with the TV series, which I like. I like because TV series can always really draw out the narrative and be able to tell a longer, bigger story than a movie that has to pack all this action into 90 minutes. So The Last of Us is going to and yeah, we're gonna take a break right after this story. But yeah, the reason I brought up The Last of Us is obviously that they've announced it. No casting obviously has been talked about yet. I think it's a very cool, something I posted on the Facebook page that I said that, and here we go. Who would your casting be, right? Who would you be your Joel, the male character, and your Ellie, the female character? These people are not confirmed. This was just kind of a fan casting. I'll point that out. So we have that, and I had a few people in, all right. Yeah, we'll talk about this after the break. We're going to take a little pause, and we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, stand by, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
You're listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.
You got me staring out the windows. 8 hours late and you're a no-show. Here take this photograph. Tell me what it is you see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy. Just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got? And is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier, Green Beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In a constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media portray me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
I'm headed down south where the cotton grows tall, out on the river when the rain starts to fall. Got that motorboat running fast as I can, smoke in my mouth, cold beer in my hand. Born on the Delta on the Mississippi, hunting and fishing was the life made for me. Country boy living, born and raised in the South. If you don't like my style, keep my name out your mouth. Dixie ass. Daddy taught me how to shoot when I was just a kid, how to work the field and how to use my fists, how to stand tall and how to be a man. Raised me up with pride to be a Southern man. Country ain't country once Johnny Cash died. Saw pop singers talking about the moonlight. I've said it once before, born and raised in the South. If you don't like my style, keep my name out your mouth. Dixie ass. That's right. Down in Louisiana, I might talk a little slow, but I'm proud of who I am. Fought for the flag, that's that army in me. And if you don't like that, well, if you don't like that, now if you don't like that, you can kiss my Dixie ass. Now if you don't my Dixie ass. The sirens are going off. Another rocket attack. I've got my boots and got my ammo in my 50-pound sack. Boys headed to war in this world unknown. The only peace of mind I've got are these letters from home. Another day has come and gone.
Hey guys, hey, we are back. Thanks for sticking through this. We're having fun. We are having fun today. Learning the ropes live with CQ. Rada, you still with me, bud?
I'm still here, buddy.
All right.
I'm trying to gun for you, man. Take care.
Yeah, we're getting clowned on by everyone in the audience. You know, do our PMCSs and check our stuff and push the right buttons and like y'all right, man. Y'all on it tonight, man.
We were 13 mics, but it blew up the wrong grid square. Fuck it.
All good. So where we left off? Oh yes, The Last of Us. So obviously I was saying like this picture here is just kind of a fan casting dream kind of a thing with the guy from Game of Thrones, and I forget where that actress is from, man. It's been sticking in my craw all day. And yeah, The Last of Us graphic is still up. That's correct. And I'm actually going to bring up, check this out. I did a little bit of working. So I did a little bit of, I put this on the Facebook page, and I kind of did a little like, hey man, creative fan casting. Who do you got to play Joel, the male character, and Ellie, the female character? So I put this together. Check this out. So I know it's a lot of people. It's a little messy, sorry. But some of the people on the Facebook page, Leon, I think you put that Jeffrey Dean Morgan should play. So you see Jeffrey Dean Morgan up on the top left, Gerard Butler, and I thought Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman was kind of my pick. I thought with the right haircut, with the right makeup and everything, I think he could play an awesome Joel. So he's on the bottom left, and even bringing the chick that he co-starred in Logan and the daughter character, give her the once over, and maybe she can play the Ellie character. But Juan out there he put on the Facebook post, Josh McDermott, who's there. We had the little girl who played in Walking Dead. I forgot, little ass kicker. That was it. Yeah. I forget what her real name was, but I always remember her as Little Ass Kicker. And then I obviously I thought Ellen Page. So bottom left or bottom right is Ellen Page. I think has an incredible uncanny resemblance. And I remember back when the game first came out, it was years and years and years ago. She kind of got upset because the character looked a little too much like her. And I think most people wouldn't be that bothered by it, but at the time, she was actually she was doing motion capture for a character for another video game, and it was another PlayStation game, if I mistakenly right. It was something about the spirits, and I don't know, she could talk to like her dead brother or something like that. But so to have she's working on one game and then another game kind of looks like her, I can understand where she was kind of upset about it. But so yeah, so what do you think in this smorgasbord that I put together? Who do you have as Joel and Ellie?
Man, I don't know. Jeffrey Dean Morgan looks fucking pretty badass, dude.
Doesn't he though? Doesn't he?
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of him and his acting. Not just pre-Walking Dead even. He's always been he seems to really do well in roles.
Oh yeah, he chews up scenery like nobody else. So I definitely I agree. Like I said, Hugh Jackman's kind of my pick for the big guy, but I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan can definitely do, obviously with Walking Dead and things like that, can do the serial kind of episodic television. So that would be that'd be cool. That'd be cool to see. So that being said, this is kind of a cool story. And I know we touched on this, me and you, a little bit before we got on air. So for those of you out there who are fans of the TV show The Office, the Steve Carell led Office, John Krasinski and the bunch, if you've binge watched The Office at all in your life, this might be the opportunity for you. And I feel bad sharing it, Radar, because I know you entered into this, so I don't want to water down your chances of being selected because I'm putting it out there. But I'm going to put it out there. So Dish Network is looking to hire someone to watch 15 hours of The Office. And for watching 15 hours of The Office, they will pay you $1,000. $1,000. So here's the details, because this is an incredible, unbelievable kind of a thing. Then this is 100% legit. This is real. So this is straight from Dish. It seems like yesterday, Michael Scott hit Meredith with his car, and Jim put Andy's phone in the ceiling. Satellite company Dish said in its job opening, "Believe it or not, The Office has been around 15 years this March, and to celebrate its anniversary, USDish.com is teaming up with one die-hard fan to watch 15 hours of The Office for $1,000. So 15 hours of the hit NBC show starring Steve Carell, Jenna Fisher, and John Krasinski will work out to roughly about 45 episodes. And you'll have 9 days to complete this. I could do that in one. But you'll have 9 days to complete this. And yes, this is a real deal job that Dish has promised isn't a case of Scott's Tots, if you remember that episode where he promised a bunch of kids a college scholarship and then did not.
They got laptop batteries. We talk about.
did not get good. But the goal is to help us understand how often sitcoms repeat popular tropes. We'll provide you with general guidelines to track your experience, but in true Kelly Kapoor fashion, we also want you to share your unfiltered opinions and reactions on social media. Along with getting paid the $1,000, the person chosen for the role will also receive a bundle of The Office swag and a Netflix gift card. Oh, and good news, the job is remote, which means you can watch from the comfort of your own home with or without pants. The only downside is this job offer is only available to a U.S. resident, so no international overseas job applications can be accepted. So to apply, applicants need to answer why they're the biggest fan of The Office in the entire world in 300 words or more. Dish encourages applicants to add a video submission to their application to boost their chances, and completed forms need to be in before March 16th deadline. All applications should be submitted through the usdish.com website. So today is the 10th, depending on if you're listening back to this or not, but you have 6 days, give or take, to submit why you should be selected to watch 15 hours of The Office for $1,000. And Ari, I see you'd rather watch Office Space for a week. Like, consistently for a week? Like on loop for a week? Or do you mean like once or twice a day for a week? I mean, you got to be clear, because I'd pay to watch someone go insane by watching nothing but Office Space consistently for a whole week. I think that would drive a man insane, or a woman, either way. But what do you think, man? I know you said you put in an application. You threw your hat in the ring.
I did. I threw my hat in the ring. I'm not like a super fan of the Office. I'm not like gonna go to like Comic-Con dressed up as Dwight or some shit. Right. But I've seen it and I enjoy it. I watch it, and I still do. I've watched it several times, kind of through the different years, and I enjoy it. I could use $1,000.
Who couldn't, right?
But I mean, I'm sure there's bigger super fans out there than me, but I do enjoy it. It is a good show. The casting, I think, is spot on for the characters, and for the way it's supposed to be shot and everything. I think it's great. It really is a good show. I mean, I don't know. It's not. I think it's one of those shows that'll go down kind of like Friends, or that'll go down in kind of history as a pop culture show. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's got a huge following. It ran for a long time. It's it is good. It's not like it's crap. There are some crap shows on television that go a season, maybe two, and this one definitely earned its stripes, I think. So.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's a great show. As far as sitcoms go and multi-camera shows, and I think they're definitely in the top tier of comedy shows. So I mean, you can't deny so much pop culture has come out of a show like that, and it's worked its way into memes and characters and sayings and whatnot. So I definitely think that's a show that will go on for a long time. It'll outlive us.
But here's the thing though too. It's kind of it's one of those shows where people either love it or hate it. Kind of like Always Sunny is the same way. People either love it or they're just kind of like, meh, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, I don't know, like The Simpsons, for example. Like, I was a huge fan of The Simpsons for a long time, then I got over it.
Yeah.
Or The Walking Dead, the same way. It just kind of got old. I just got over it. But The Office kind of seems to either really capture somebody or it just doesn't even touch them.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. I couldn't agree more. That's definitely something is, it'll be part of its legacy, is that how much of it is, I don't know, how much do people love of it. And I know there's certain episodes that are now looked back on and they're a little less, more or less, a little cringy, where when they first came out, they were hilarious. And, we live in a little bit more sensitive at the time, and people get a little more cringy around older episodes of different shows. But yeah, that'd be exciting. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. I'm going to try to stay up to tune and see who gets selected and why they get selected, and what the experience is coming out of that is. Will be interesting to see. So with that, we've covered TV. I do have a really funny story, or not my funny story. A funny story I saw come up that I think is just adorable, and I'm going to show you this picture, and then we're going to talk about it. So what you guys, I'm sorry if you're listening to this as recording and not viewing this. I apologize, because this is just a treat to be able to see this. But basically, what you're seeing is a bunch of people dressed up as Smurfs. Now, why? I'm going to explain this to you. So, coronavirus be damned. but this happened in France, right? And in Europe, especially, there's and I think France is like the fifth highest case volume of the coronavirus too. But basically, last year, Germany set the world record for the. I don't even how is this a record? But it's the biggest, largest gathering of Smurf cosplayers. I don't even know. I don't even know what the category is. But basically, this was last year. They set the record, which was, was it last February? Gathering of nearly 3,000 Smurfs came together in Lochringen, Germany, and they broke a 2009 record. So it was about 3,000 people in Germany that set the record. So this year, France is like, we can do that, and regardless of a pandemic or not, and even though there was public health warnings that avoid crowds, this group brought in together 3,500 people dressed in blue and white, and they met up in Landerneau, west part of France, and they smashed the previous world record set by Germany last year. So it was exactly 3,549 Smurf fans, and it actually, I doubt this prompted it, but it is coincidental that the next day, this was on Saturday, and on Sunday, the French government shut down any crowd of more than 1,000 people. So had they done this a day later, they would not have legally been able to do it. I mean, who does this? Just completely dressed in blue face paint, blue gloves, white hats. I mean, I don't even know where you find a white or red Smurf hat these days. I didn't know that. I didn't know the Smurfs were that big in Europe, but apparently they are. And actually, I did a little bit of digging. Apparently, the Smurfs actually comes from Europe. As I don't know if it was a Dutch or a Danish guy who came up with the character and created the thing and did his cartoons, and then eventually, it eventually led to the U.S. and the cartoon that we all know and love. But apparently, the Smurfs come from Europe, so they're of European descent.
They got their 23andMe back and shit. They're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're European.
Yeah, we're not blue as we once thought. We're not related to blueberries. We're actually European. It says here, Smurf fans wherever were not threatened by the coronavirus, it wasn't even a real concern. They say, we figured we wouldn't worry, and that as French people, we wouldn't give up on our attempt to break the record. Now we're champions of the world. We'll see for how long. There's no risk because we're Smurfs. This is a direct quote. We're going to Smurferize the coronavirus. I mean, I got nothing.
Not wrong, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, I got nothing. As for the gathering and coronavirus concerns, at the time of the article's writing, France has about 1,200 confirmed cases of COVID-19, which is the fifth most in the world. There's been 21 recorded deaths due to COVID-19 in France. So the fact that these 3,549 people were dedicated enough to fully get decked out in Smurf gear and gather when literally there's 1,200 confirmed cases in France, and I mean, France ain't that big. So yeah, that's
blows my fucking mind. But people do their things.
Yeah, that's it. If it makes
I
you
wonder how many
happy,
people went home and fucked after that. They're like, "Oh, girl, got you all smurfed up."
just blue paint everywhere, on the walls, on the floor, on the bed. Ugh.
Just gonna throw them sheets away.
Yeah, that's it. Move, pack up, and move. Oh man, but hey, more power to you. If it makes you happy, good on you.
Tina Ramos. Well, we're laughing, but remember Swarm Area 51 though. That's right. Hey,
Yeah.
they should have just dress up like Smurfs. So.
Yeah, they should have. They should have tried to break the Smurf record outside of Area 51. Just a bunch of blue people storming the gates. Oh man, hey, give them credit, man. Yeah, the whole Area 51 thing was ridiculous, but hey, down here in this. Wait, those white. Oh, Mike Larson, you're being naughty. I'm not reading that on air. I'm not. I'm not gonna read that. But yeah. So speaking of the coronavirus, they were hiding some good stuff. That's good, man. All right, coming in with the top rope, 3,500 cases of confirmed narcotics use because they were high on something. Very well played. Very well played. So yeah, so actually speaking about the coronavirus, this kind of leads into, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Let's call it movie news. Da, 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 da. We really need theme music. Oh God, I make it sad when I do my own theme music. Oh man, if anybody out there knows how to make theme music, let me know. So yeah, so speaking of the coronavirus, it's and we talked about this last week and how it was affecting the box office, right? The projected $5 billion loss across all, worldwide, the global markets of like movie going and production and all these different things. So the latest to get hit with it, Sony's Peter Rabbit, which was a sequel to the last Peter Rabbit movie that Sony did. I didn't catch it. My kid's not old enough yet to go to movies, so I'm sure I'll know all about this real soon. But yeah, so Sony's Peter Rabbit sequel was originally scheduled to arrive in theaters in the UK and other European territories on